Alright growers, welcome back. In today's video we are going over the 12 vegetables that you can start in February, even though it's a little cold today, but hopefully the first week will be nice and warm just in time for spring. So let's get into today's video. Alright, so the first one on this list is Brussel sprouts. Unfortunately, I would say this is a failed year of Brussel sprouts, just because I think I planted them like pretty bad this year or something like that, or with the weather. As you can see, they all look pretty bad, so it could just be from the weather or whatnot. Maybe I did something wrong, I don't really know, but I would say probably would attempt it, but who knows. As you can see, there are still a chance of Brussels sprouts, but I think because spring is on its way, I think it's time to basically remove all of the remaining Brussels sprouts that we got this year. Even though we got plants, but we didn't get any Brussels sprouts. They were starting to form, but I think I will be replacing them with cabbage or broccoli, even though I would have to wait until the fall time for broccoli, just because in the summer here it would definitely trigger it to bolt, so I would have to wait for that and the cabbage, just because they both are like coldish warm temperatures and they probably can't handle the heat here. But you can start the Brussels sprouts indoors February 12 to March, and then transplant them whenever the weather warms up. And I'm just getting the info just if you live in North Carolina, Zone B. So if you don't live in North Carolina, just Google your growing zone and it will show you a chart on what growing zone and everything to like plant it on. So just Google that and you'll find the exact day to plant them. Another thing that you can grow in February, which is I did get a head start since November, which is spinach and I believe red ruby and butter crunch lettuce is growing in here. I can't really tell about the other variety of butter. I mean the lettuce. So it might just be all red ruby, which is just romaine. But as you can see, they have been growing since literally November. So this is pretty much a good head start of winter sowing. And you can watch a video, I'll put it on the screen, on when I sowed these. So it's been a while, but they do like the cold temperatures, so this is perfect to grow in February. And once again, you can plant these obviously in February and then transplant them like a month later or until the weather warms up a little bit. Same with the lettuce. But since I wintered sowed them, which will be posted like I said, so you can watch the video from back in November, but it basically gives them a head start, and like they're already used to the cold weather and all the weather patterns that we have gotten, so they won't be as like shocked or something like that when they are actually in the ground, because they will be used to it. And February is celery, and unfortunately I did not really care for the celery that well this winter, so next winter hopefully they won't look as bad. But if you really look at them, they're still alive, because obviously right in the middle there are bright green leaves, so in the springtime it'll look like it was back in the summertime. And I'm just using their dead leaves as mulch again to like kind of help them out a little bit. And you can see, because of the leaf mulch, a little celery baby. And another thing that you can grow in February is basil, and I'll have some videos or photos of what the basil looked like if you're new to the channel and if you don't remember what the basil looked like. But I'm basically growing it again this year just because I liked the flavor of it. It had really good flavor and I liked it, so that's why I'm growing it again. But you want to start basil indoors February 16 all the way till April or March, I believe. But yeah, that basically gives them a few months to actually grow, and then you can like get them slowly introduced to the outdoor climates whenever the weather warms up. So that's pretty much about basil, and they like full sun or shade. You can do shade, which is this year I will try to do both experiments. Who knows? Future video perhaps. Another thing that you can grow is onions, which is you want to start these either from seeds or bulbs from previous years, and you can just find those online or any from whatnot. But you basically want to start these as early as January or February, so you still have time to grow these from seed if you want. And then you want to plant these about April or March, or like I said, whenever the weather is nice. So yeah, but these onions I have planted from seed, so it will be pretty interesting. Next on this list is you can grow peppers, and you want to start those a couple weeks or so before your last frost. So that would be like 8 to 10 weeks before your last frost. So you can also grow peppers inside in February. And when you plant them, you want to plant them in the shade, and they can also handle a little full sun as well. And they also just like warm weather as well. And I do have a full pepper guide somewhere in the old videos, but you want to start them inside during January to at least February. So you want them to be grown before you plant them, obviously, but peppers basically just take a long time. So basically you want to like grow them early as possible, so you don't have to wait like half of the season to get peppers. Like say if you grow them February, you'll probably not get like a harvest until like late August or September. So just want to grow them early. Another thing you can grow is eggplant, and you want to start those obviously February, and they should be good until like April. So it gives them about a 3-month period to grow, and they will be nice and strong hopefully, and they'll be ready to be outside. Me personally, I have never grown eggplant, so I can't really give too much info. So there probably is not much. So eggplant will probably not help you guys out if you're basing your February part off of my advice. So good luck though. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Keep on growing.